Hi everyone. This is my first kind of wrestling blog, so please be kind. I've been a fan of WWF, WWE since 1990. Originally, I obviously got into it via Hulk Hogan. He was my favourite, but I would say that my probably favourite of all time was Bret the Hitman Hart. I'm just going to give a little kind of recap, review of the Rumble, if you like. Um, so, what did we think of the Rumble? Mm, Overall, not the best. I felt it was the actual Rumble match itself was a bit of a letdown, bit of a joke really. The kind of three commentators coming in wasn't a good idea. Why Michael Cole was getting pushed is completely beyond me. I mean, you never really saw, Jesse Ventura, who is the best commentator of all time, by the way, just fabulous. Never saw any of the old ones getting pushed like Mike Cole does. Probably not his fault. He's probably getting directions from the office. I just don't get it. I don't really like it that much either. I could see Booker T coming in. That's fine. To a certain extent, maybe Jerry Lawler, but he's not an active wrestler anymore. So why? You know, Surely they could have filled three spots better than having the commentators in. I think it says a lot for the actual Rumble itself when the highlights of the match appear to be the joke spots, the commentators, if you can call that a highlight. Santino Foley, which was very very funny, but again it's pretty poor when that is actually the highlight of the match. Um, I mean, I think part of the main problem was there wasn't really any headliners in there. Okay, you had probably the biggest name was Jericho. He only came on at the end for 5-10 minutes. Granted, probably the first time we'd seen him wrestle in a while, which was good to see. And everyone did think he would win it, and it was, I suppose, a nice surprise that he didn't. Sheamus winning the Rumble, I'm not convinced. He was pushed far too early when he got the WWE title, a year and a half ago, whatever it was. Can't really see him being a main eventer at WrestleMania. So I'm not convinced in that one. Khali as well in the Rumble. I'm not really that thrilled to see him back. No disrespect to the man, but I don't think he's the best wrestler in the world. As for the actual matches themselves, Brian, Henry, and Big Show. Well, I feel sorry for Daniel Bryan because I think he actually is a very, very good wrestler, or has potential to be a very, very good wrestler. I think the character's not coming off the best. It's just like another Miz, really, an annoying, whiny character. I feel sorry for him being saddled in a role with Big Show and Henry. And Big Show, I've never got a thing with the Big Show. He's boring to look at. He's boring to watch. I just don't get it. Why he's still in the world title picture, I don't know. There we go. Henry, I've actually been quite impressed with Mark Henry. I've enjoyed the kind of mean streak that goes through him. The match was a really poor opening to the actual pay-per-view. Was it a botched finish? I don't know. It looked that way, but who's to say? So it wasn't the best opening. Cena versus Kane, what was going on with that one? I mean, I just don't get the thinking behind the creative Cena. If you're going to turn him heel, you turn him heel. This is just, I don't like this overrun thing with him. He goes, you got not. It just doesn't do well, and he got squashed really for a Cena match. He really got squashed, and again wasn't really that enjoyable. Kane just came across as Kane as usual. I'm liking the mask coming back. Personally, I would prefer to see Kane versus Taker at WrestleMania rather than Triple H again. Try as they might, Triple H is just nowhere near as good as Taker Shawn, either of the matches. But anyway, Cena Kane, yeah, wasn't the best. Best match of the night was probably Punk versus Ziggler. Not as good as the Raw matches I've had, but probably the best match of the night. Punk, I think he generally is the best wrestler in the world at the moment. Maybe a tad overrated, but still, it's good to watch, good on the mic. Enjoying watching him in the ring. Ziggler has just been fantastic. He's just so went up in my estimation in the last few months. Needs to lose Vicky Guerrero, but he's just been really really outstanding in the ring, and I hope I'd rather see him get the push than Sheamus, to be honest. But I think maybe a US title run or an Intercontinental run would be well worth the while. Him and Cody Rhodes would be fantastic in Mania, I think, because they mid carders are doing really well. So there we go. So that's my thoughts on it. Looking forward to Elimination Chamber. It's always a good pay per view. So we'll see what happens. I hope you enjoy. Please leave some comments and feedback. It said this is my first one. I will be putting more up. A little bit of history, things like that. So yeah. Well, one thing I was going to say was that I actually sat and watched the Rumble from 1989 and kind of thought about it in comparison with the most recent one. I actually enjoyed the 89 one a lot more. Not purely nostalgia had a bit to do with it as well, but I think the main difference then is that they actually had wrestlers then. There's a lot of older guys who had time served, knew their craft, knew their trade. It was just a more entertaining. They didn't rely on spot fests. The 2 minutes thing was up here, 2 minutes between people coming down the ring. Far better than the 90 minute. It just passed 90 seconds. Sorry, it just passes so quickly. 2 minutes was much better. One of the things that really stood out as well was that there was a clear definition between heels and faces. And I know that's kind of gone by the way, sadly, in today's wrestling world. But the commentators were saying, "Oh, how often would you see?" I think it was like two faces teaming up against a heel, or two heels, or a heel and a face, sorry, teaming up against a face, and it was entertaining to watch. And I think they could learn a lot if they actually went back and looked at the older Rumbles and see why they worked so well, because they need to do something. The Rumble was used to be a real high spot of the year, and it's just not anymore. It's just been badly let down. So there we go. Thanks for listening. Please leave some comments. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll come back later on.